welcome back to Good Deeds Blossom, Tzu Chi USA's 30th Anniversary Special Edition. I'm your host, Dilbar Shatterson, and I'm coming to you from New York City's Tzu Chi Center. Today, I'd like to share with you the special story of a woman whose life was turned upside down by wildfire. Living in Journey's End Mobile Home Park in Santa Rosa, California, Yvonne Annette Rawhauser's home was consumed by the 2017 Tubbs fire. Her entire community was forced to evacuate, and she escaped but with her life and her beloved cat, Bob. At the time, she was uncertain of when she could return. Little did Yvonne know she would be left homeless. Sadly, wildfires in California are now a commonplace occurrence, with unsuspecting residents at the mercy of tragedy and disaster. But Yvonne's struggle only gets more complicated. Returning to survey her neighborhood after the fire, Yvonne was shocked to find her mobile home was intact. Just mandates stated that the entire area was unlivable, as safety hazards and lack of utilities could prove dangerous. What's more, her insurance could not cover her expenses in between, and she was ineligible for aid from FEMA, the U.S.'s Federal Emergency Management Agency. Yvonne then moved about 12 times after that, going back and forth between friends, family, and motels. Making ends meet with rent was only compounded further with an ongoing illness. One fateful day, Tzu Chi volunteers came across her path through Tubbs Fire Relief and made a commitment to stay by her side as she fought onward. Take a look.
The day of the fire, I was sleeping with my screen door open. I could smell smoke. I looked up at the moon, and it was red, and then it was like in a Tim Burton movie where this wisp came over and swirled around the moon and the sky turned black. 3 in the morning, bam, 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 my neighbor Judy, she's going, "We gotta evacuate." I'm like, "What?" That's when Equus was all on fire.
At Journey's End, there were 161 units, mobile manufactured homes. The fire burned 117 of them. 44 of them remain standing. Although the homes are standing and from the outside they appear to be livable, the residents haven't been able to return to their homes because the park's infrastructure was damaged, and so there are no running utilities, meaning no electricity, no sewer, no water.
The front of my house, the window, I have double pane windows, and so the front pane blew out. But so you can see the glass here from the window blowing out. So you can see that door's been left open by the burglars. So here's my lovely condemned red tagged house. So this was my bedroom here, and we kind of cleaned it and we threw a bunch of stuff in the closet. I just have to see what's still here and what I want to keep and what I'll pass on to the universe. Because there's people, you know, they lost everything. And so it'll just help everybody. And that's just something I really believe in.
One resident that we've been helping, her name is Yvonne Rawhauser. She was insured. She did everything right. She built a nice life for herself at Journey's End. She lived there for more than 30 years. The insurance companies didn't compensate her for her structure.
My house didn't burn down. I didn't know what I was. I was in limbo. Am I a fire victim or am I not? The insurance company says even though it's uninhabitable, it's still livable. Therefore, we're not responsible for reimbursing you for the loss of your home. All the rents like tripled, and it was a real capitalistic moment, and it was very sad.
As case managers, we advocate for our clients. One way we were able to help her was with rent assistance. She found a bungalow here in Santa Rosa. It's been her home for the last almost 2 years. Hi, Yvonne.
Hey, Howard, how are you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Come on in.
Thank you.
Hey, so Howard, it's been a while since you've been here. Last time you were here, I had everything was in boxes and was moving in. This is my throw it room. This, like a friend goes, "Oh, is this your garage?" because this was my 12th move. I counted between family, friends, and hotels. I was in 11 different places. This has just been such a time of transition and change and uncertainty and not knowing. And when you're living in the question mark, it's very challenging, because you really want the period. You want the end of the statement. So I'm really grateful that I had this little place. And then meeting you, Tzu Chi came in and unconditionally said, we're here. What can we do for you? I just don't know how I would have made it through without having Tzu Chi, to just be a sounding board, to be a safe place, to be so generous and giving, and to restill in me that hope that goodness is in the world.
It's been a huge learning experience for me too, how to be a case manager and how to really listen and understand your trauma and what you're going through, and figure out like the best way that I can tap into the resources that are available and just support you in your journey. Another way that we helped her was to obtain a low-income housing voucher.
They were able to put me on the accelerated Section 8 housing voucher. That was a really wonderful thing.
Her goal has always been to live in a mobile home again, to own her own home. Our goal was to help Yvonne complete her recovery plan.
Howard called me one day and he goes, oh, I got a call from Catholic Charities. Why don't you go check out this little place? So I met with the realtor. I walked in and it was just like, I'm home. I could be here. I could live here. And that was the first time I felt that in 2 years. We are going to get me a home. Yes, after 2 years since the fires. See, before it was a for sale sign, now there's a sold sign. See? Hi, Katerina. How are you?
For you, congratulations.
Is this
This is your
the keys?
key to your new future.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
Yeah,
Look at this.
I'm excited for you.
It comes gift wrapped.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You're going.
Oh my God, so sweet. Oh, thank you
Happy
so
for you.
Well, let's go see how it works.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Ah, it's like a home. Hello.
Congratulations.
This is my new home.
We're here because she just moved in. We can sense love, warmth, exciting, and hope.
Bread, this house may never know hunger. Sparkling lemonade so that you may never know thirst. And joy and prosperity may reign forever. That is so thoughtful. Congratulations and welcome home.
Yeah, I'm happy.
I wish her happy, full of confidence, and also being stronger, being able to help other survivors.
Great.
But it's a really happy ending to a long, scary story.
It's a long journey.
Yeah, because when my neighbor banged on my door at 3 in.the morning, I was thought, oh, we'll just leave for a couple hours and then I'll be back. And luckily I had my kitty and I thought, oh, maybe I'll grab my computer and,
Yeah.
I didn't
3
even
hours.
think,
So now it's the journey's start, not journey's end.
I am happy.
New beginning.
And thank you. They showed his heart when it had been so little and then it got bigger and bigger. And I can feel that. Through the magic of all these wonderful, communities getting together for me, my life is just turned around and now I have hope again. I'm going to have a home again. I'll be able to open up a new page in my new chapter of the story of my life and start writing another story.
From one touching story to the next, we're skipping back to my hometown of New York City. When a few volunteers from Tzu Chi's Northeast region heard the tragic news of the sudden death of NYPD detective Wen Jianlu, Their compassion compelled them to reach out to the parents and wife he left behind. His family couldn't believe what had happened. Wenjian was caught in an ambush that took his life and that of his colleagues, Rafael Ramos. Wenjian and his wife Sani were a young couple, looking forward to growing old together, one day raising children, and then caring for grandchildren. This dream nearly shattered the day he was shot, but Sani realized there was one last thing she could do to preserve his legacy and fulfill part of their shared dream. The whole while after his death, she and her in-laws witnessed the kindness of Tzu Chi volunteers, then strangers, as they helped them overcome their grief for a beloved husband and son. Now, discover how Sani's life changed after Wenjian's death and how, for some, dreams really can come true.
The second police officer killed in an ambush.
On a cold night in December 2014, NYPD detective Wen Jianlu was killed in an ambush, leaving his wife Sani a widow.
2014年啦，10月20號嘅晚咧，當紐約個警察咧敲門嗰一刻開始，其實我哋個生活咧已經係同以前完全唔一樣咯。
當我哋接到呢個劉文健先生被殺呢個消息，咁都好突然，因為佢為紐約嘅市民犧牲自己嘅生命，而且係為公殉職。多謝過嚟，多謝。之後我哋都差唔多隔1個月啦，咁我哋都有去關懷劉文健先生嘅家人。
我们第一个想到的其实就是父母，失去孩子的父母，他是在这个节骨眼是最需要去关怀的。刘文健的爸爸其实印象非常深刻的，就是很苦，那失去孩子那种悲痛，已经是好像无以言喻了，你完全走不进去他的心里的。这个刘文健太太呢，她这次因为去我们曼哈顿分享，我們就聽到他這5年來這一路心路歷程。
我真係可以即係擺喺個盒入邊，呢個盒好似唔開㗎啦，鎖咗我仲會開翻佢，因為呢個係傷心嘅回憶，我係會開翻佢。所以所有以前唔開心嘅嘢咧，我就會擺喺度。令我企起身，其中原因就係親戚朋友、社區啊、慈濟大家俾我嘅關懷關愛啦，同埋加上我一定唔可以令佢哋失望，我一定企起身，我一定要行出呢個痛楚。我就開始去通過警局收養咗隻狗，但係我就係我好驚狗嘅，但係冇辦法，任何一樣嘢可以幫到我嘅話，我都會嘗試。
The pet shined a light in Sani's life, encouraging her to take on even greater challenges, including driving and diving, that pushed her out of her comfort zone.
我同自己講，如果我內心唔夠強大，我點樣可以將來保護我個 BB？ 我一定要企起身，我一定要堅強，因為所有嘅嘢咧，一定要靠自己克服。咁呢啲咧都係我同我先生以前開心嘅嘢，所以有時我都攞出嚟睇一睇。我哋以前結婚啊，我哋經過咗啲乜嘢。出事嗰一刻開始咧，其實我知道佢諗啲乜嘢嘅，其實，所以我嗰一刻我都要同自己講，我要為佢留個後代呢個諗法，我就提出咗留低佢嘅精子啦，將來可以做個人工受孕。
After Detective Liu's death, Sani requested the hospital cryopreserve his sperm. Then, after undergoing in vitro fertilization in 2016, she became pregnant and gave birth to a baby girl the following year.
Angelina's birth really brought a rebirth to the police department and also to the people who are experiencing not being able to have children and going through IVF. She's so wonderful and such a gift.
This summer, the New York City Police Department hosted a gathering for families of officers who died in the line of duty. Sani Liu brought her daughter and husband's parents to the event.
It was a very, very nice gift for Mr. and Mrs. Liu Wenjin's parents and for the wife, the fact that she was able to conceive and have a child. I think that's short of a miracle.
我女出世之後咧，對於我老爺奶奶啦，起碼抱住我女嘅時候都見到佢哋有笑容咯，其實真係好難得咯。所以其實真係好多謝成天咯。
暴風雨過後，我見到 Sandy 嘅心靈上越嚟越強大，我好高興而家見到佢咧係好堅強，冇辦法面對嘅事情，自己都鼓起勇氣面對以後嘅人生。我每日同我狗仔出行街，咁我會推住我女一齊行，咁佢就會我爸爸喺邊，佢就指住個天同我講爹爹，佢指住同我講話爹爹喺天上邊，咁佢就每次就飛吻俾爸爸咯，即係我希望佢知道佢爸爸喺天堂上邊，會睇住佢照顧佢咁樣咯。
It's not every day you meet a family like Sandy's, whose beautiful daughter is the silver lining of a dark cloud. Yet, while Tzu Chi volunteers offer their compassion for those families who are victims of crimes, Tzu Chi also works hard to rehabilitate those accused of them. The United States has one of the highest rates of recidivism in the world. Measuring through a period of 5 years, 76.6% of all released prisoners get arrested again. Why is recidivism so high? Part of it starts with huge gaps in the US criminal justice system, which lead to incarceration on a wide scale. In many ways, this overburdens the resources of prison facilities, which in theory should work to rehabilitate its inmates, but sadly leads to undesired results. What's more, many former inmates can have trouble falling back into the patterns of normal life, potentially leading them back to more familiar yet troublesome choices. Still, there are more issues that complicate these factors too, and we can ask ourselves why recidivism matters. When we reduce the number of people going back to prison, we save an individual's chance for a second go at life. At Tzu Chi, we believe we all have the capacity to awaken the light and pure goodness we all have inside, and returning to an environment as harsh and as inhospitable as prison makes this mission more difficult. Plus, when we work with individuals who have personally overcome a particular hardship, we recognize how much better equipped they can be to help another person in the same boat. So let's go to Seattle now and meet the incredible women who are proving there is hope for a wonderful life beyond bars.
My current life consists of being in transition. Since I have re-entered society, prior to that, I was at the women's prison. I felt that I had just ruined my whole life. I had lost everything I worked for. My daughter wasn't talking to me, and that I was at the end of myself. I just didn't really want to live.
The transition process is not easy. Who's going to be receiving me once I walk outside that gate? In most cases, they're given an envelope with a bus ticket and $40. They step off the bus and there's nobody there.
It is very important to support them because once they're out from the jail, they are in the real life. They need all the support.
If you don't commit yourself to a transition plan, 67% will reoffend or relapse within their 1 to 3 year transition period.
I had to accept the fact that my way of thinking was the wrong way. You have to kind of die to yourself and start a new way of thinking. So the reason I chose to go to school was because I knew that I would have a lot of barriers. Who's going to employ me with no high school education and a criminal history?
She just said, I need to have a college degree. I need to have a good paying job because I'm leaving that life behind. Then she earned a scholarship, became an honor student, and graduated with honors.
The scholarship for the reentry program is very special. It's only for the people just out from the jail, continue to go to college.
Tzu Chi Foundation, we refer to them as the Blue Angels in our lives. They came into the lives of now literally hundreds of our students. They have made a huge impact on everything from providing bus tickets, providing a meditation class. You're talking about an unreplaceable presence that most of us don't experience in life. And it's given so naturally.
It's not just, oh, here's your scholarship. It was more like, you are our family, we care about you. They call me randomly and say, how are you doing, Zelda? I mean, they care about me. They're like my sisters, and I love them.
And now she has her housing secured. She's got a good paying job. She's been clean and sober, but she's built a village around her of support.
Hi, Trish. Oh, I'm so glad you came. Okay. So how was your day?
Difficult time at work today.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, do you want
a coworker.
Were you able to resolve it?
My relationship with Zelda, she's my sponsor and my mentor and my friend.
Once you become a sponsor to another individual, you're their sponsor for life. And you kind of take them under your wing and you just kind of help them through their journey.
She leads the way for me. I couldn't have done it by myself. And so I imagine there are many people who are alone and feel like they just can't make it out, but you can. And there are people that are in this world to help. And my hope is that everyone finds that person.
And I want people to know that it is possible to have a new life, to make good choices, and to be successful at it.
I'm very much looking forward to one day being a sponsor.
It takes a village. And I want people to have hope that they can do it too.
We hope the stories we shared with you today have left you willing to seek out the best of any situation and are willing to do the hard work it takes to overcome and thrive. Thanks so much for joining me for this episode of Good Deeds Blossom, Tzu Chi USA's 30th Anniversary Special Edition. Tomorrow, we'll be visiting Bayview Hunters Point in San Francisco, California, where we'll show you how diligence and trust have turned a small school program into one fit for an entire community. I'm Dilbar Shatterson. See you next time.